Hey, there we go. Good evening. Holy crow, Ohms Dev. Thanks so much for the follow. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it might be where you are. Welcome back to my live stream. My name is Jeff Fritz, and we're going to write a little bit of code today. Today is March 5th, 2019, and it's an evening stream. It's Tuesday here. Rebooting something, says Smab. Oh. Check out the hat. Brand new hat. Look at that. I got all Game of Thrones, right? Winter is coming. Hang on. Let me see if I can do that better. Winter is coming. Huh? Not bad? All right. Hey, good evening from Europe, says Brave Gerber. Good to see you. I always have a hard time saying this. Kritul Rathod. Thanks so much for joining us. Syra Lash is here. Hello. Lannon, Electric Havoc. The Michael Jolly. How's it going? Hang on, let me say it like Carrie wants me to. Good evening. Huh? That's a little bit better. So, was there a trailer release? I didn't know. Was there a trailer release for Game of Thrones? Let me know. Argentina says, shoot us last. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. That's phenomenal. Thank you for tuning in. Ahmed Magdi. Hello. Good to see you. And Lannon, with the fierce kittens emotes. I think we might be rating her later. I think we'll do that. So, wow, that spiked. I'm sorry. Hey, sequel, Mr. Magoo. 13 months. Baker's dozen. Good evening. Thanks so much for that. I am trying to put together a gift for year-long subscribers, and I want to make sure that I can make that happen reliably for everybody that's a year-long subscriber. So I hope to say something about that here in the next few weeks. Make sure I can get that happening. Oh, come on. Let's see if we can get that. Nope, it's not going to do it. So thanks so much, Sequel, Mr. Magoo. That is fantastic. And Mike Jolly. 4 months. The Sequel, Mr. Magoo is showing you up. Now, I've turned on the sound effect that's supposed to read those, but it's not. That's Stream Elements is supposed to be doing that. So I got the Game of Thrones hat. Let me get some music started here. Some music in the background. This is music code by from our friend, Mr. Carl Franklin. Today, let's play Blue. There we go. This is the first song. This is the original Music to Code By song. It is... Now when I hear it, I immediately start getting into focus. These songs are designed to get you in the flow, get you in the groove, focused on whatever task it is that you might be working on. Whether it's coding, doing your homework, or even chores around the house. I think that sounds like a great advertisement. Carl, call me. Let's do something. Let's make sure you check out mtcb.pwop.com. In fact, there's a music command there in the channel you can fire. And it'll tell you music to code by from Mr. Carl Franklin. Check it out. Oh, yeah, it's telling me unknown command even though it found it. There we go. So thanks so much, Carl. Make sure you check them out. mtcb.pwop.com. You see the link there in the chat. All right. Oh my gosh. Already got a couple subs. Got a couple new followers. Let's head over here, and then I want to share a couple things with you. There we go. Our goal for Rainbow Beard Microsoft Build 2019 is 7,000. We crossed 5,600. Hello? Why am I getting echo? I shouldn't be getting echo. No.
For the interwebs.
Hello? Why am I getting echo? Or is that just the song? I think it's just the song. Working on uploading your first Nupkeg, not feeling blue. You shouldn't be feeling blue. That's a big deal to upload your first NuGet package. So if we get to 7,000 before May 1st, I will dye the beard rainbow for Microsoft Build. Now, Here's the thing. Are you getting Echo, Brave Cobra? I don't think you are. I'm not. Here's the thing. Here's the deal. Good to see you, Gareth. Our friend, you've seen her on this stream. We did the co-stream that one weekend. Quill Tony. She's actually streaming right now. Don't go over and look at her right now. Don't go over there. She's teaching people how to make a quilt and binding or something. Hey, Devin Raider. Good to see you. And there's Chief CLL. Hello, hello. So, Quill Tony does a thing with on her channel where she has what she calls the love target. And it's another streamer, somebody that she wants to encourage folks to go and follow. Well, she decided to tell her friends to come follow over here. And if we reach 5625 before tomorrow, before her stream tomorrow, I think that's when it is, she's going to reward her viewers. So we need to get 20 more followers. Thanks so much, Princess Doodoo Puss. Oh my gosh, Robert Tables is rating us with 20, folks. I didn't finish my raid defense. Robert, oh, you got me. Yeah, bring those raiders on. Come on, bring it, raiders. I'm ready for you. I need to finish. I'm working on. I'm doing something with Zombo.com as a raid defense. Yeah, look at them. Here they come. All the boats. Here come the boats. Drop table students. Yeah, absolutely. Broke off his own last sentence to bring it. Oh, hey, Maz. Good to see you. Robertables. Absolutely. Cartoofer is here. Ben Halverson. Death Packs. Death Packs. Don't leave home without it. Mr. Regs. Thank you so much for that resub. Oh my gosh. That is very kind. Had I been streaming for 10 more minutes, I would have rated. Hey, Shutchy. Good to see you. So if we can get 20 more followers, yeah, Quiltoni is going to reward her followers, and she usually does something like lets them choose from a bunch of different dresses that she wears. Different comic or pop culture themed things. She's got Star Wars themed dresses, like she'll dress like R2-D2. She's got Doctor Who themed dresses that she's doing for folks on her channel to encourage followers over here. So, tell you what, let's throw a shout out in the channel for her. I didn't see there was a new trailer for this. Oh my gosh. For Game of Thrones. Do me a favor, click through to Quiltoni and give her a follow. If quilting, if sewing, if that's something that you'd be interested in, and crafting, she's got all kinds of fun things going on there, not just quilting. Check it out. There she is, Quiltoni. Hey, Gary, thanks so much for that, host. That's pretty cool. I appreciate that. She has a great Discord, too. Yes, Quiltoni has a very, very nice Discord. She's actually a published author. She has a number of craft books that are available at arts and craft stores, maybe even near you. So make sure you check that out. I didn't know there was a trailer that went out for Game of Thrones. Seriously, just coincidence that I chose the hat. So let your friends know if we can get this. There it is over here. If we can get this goal up to 5625, so 20 more folks, she'll honor that over in her channel later on. Okay, so that's what's going on there. I will not be streaming again until Sunday. Thursday and Friday this week, I'm at Connectaha. There you go. You see the logo in the corner there. It just went by because of the Elgato. I'll be there speaking about how to become a Twitch streamer, all the great things that are involved with not just building out stuff to host a stream, but what's involved networking, marketing. How do you get that thing started? Make sure that if you're in Omaha and you're attending the event, make sure you stop by and say hello. I'll have stickers, I'll have cards to hand out to friends there. It'll be easy to find me. I'll be the guy wearing the C# hat. Winter is coming, says JAF 1021. Okay. Hang on. Can we do something here? I'm going to unmask JAF 1021. Friends, stick with me here. JAF 1021 is Mama C# Fritz. And she's still having a hard time figuring out how to use her Twitch Prime. Yep, doxed. Absolutely. There you go. We've unmasked Mama C# Fritz. But what I've got to do here... Absolutely. Oh, no, that's right. Take care of that. You know, that's a great question. There you go. And now she's a subscriber too. All right. Taking care of that. So now she's got all the badges there. She's got the subscriber badge, the VIP badge, and a purple mug. All right. Heck, had to do that, right? Got to do that for when your mother shows up. You were in the process of gifting. We need a mama badge. No, we don't. No. So, true story. Mama C# Fritz is a longtime school teacher. Maybe that's where I learned a little bit of being able to talk to folks and explain things. And Papa C# Fritz is a longtime system administrator. So we went from at the dinner table at night. It was programming and Unix on the one side of the table and teaching on the other side. Isn't any wonder that I was in the middle and kind of absorbed all of that. So, all right, there we go. Yep, got to make JAF 1021 a VIP. There's one or two others out there that I need to recognize. Am I more of a papa guy or a mama guy? It's the mamas and the papas. I don't know. A little bit in between. She's here tonight, so I got to say mama. How's that sound? Does that work? 10,000 followers? No. No. That's not happening. All right? And she's got to figure out how to use the emotes now. She's got to figure out the little smiley face down at the bottom. She's going to click that. She's going to find, gosh, all the fun things in there. Gritty. And then do the thing. No. Yeah. Oh, so two of our emotes, we had two new emotes that were approved about an hour ago. We updated the cool bot emote, and the cool bot emote now has gold shades and a C# hat. I still think it's a little small. And we updated the raid bot. Thank you, Carrie, for your help with that. And the rainbow poo from Fairy Wings. Yes, Carrie subscribed to Fairy Wings and got to get all the rainbow poo. So now we have a raid call also. Check this out. Boom, look at that. Prepare to raid. Copy this text to use when we reach our raid target. C# Fritz's coding squad is here. All your base are belong to us. Or the other one, depending on which one you have. Whether you're a subscriber or not, you can copy one of those blocks of text. I should probably update that. Let's see. I need a space here. Let's say, let's clean this up. Go over here to the code. So this is the code for our bot. This is the code for our stream tools, and we've been updating this, adding new features. You like the bot updates? I know, Smab, I missed that space. Subscribers, copy. Right. Can I put carriage returns in here, you think? Probably, right? Non-subscribers copy. Yeah, that'll work. I think that'll work. Right? Maybe put a carriage return in here also. Yeah. And put a couple here. I think that'll work. All right. Oh, you got them too close to each other, Sushinigger. Got to put a space in. Disregarded. What? Who? No, we're not rating just yet. Couldn't do carriage returns in your chatbot. They're just disregarded. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, that stinks. Let's see what happens. I'll just leave them there, and if they are disregarded, oh well. So, meanwhile, I think my mother is trying to figure out how she can get gritty to come out. How she can use the gritty emoji. There she is. She got it. She got it. Look at that. She figured out how to use gritty. All right. We got it. C# gritty. He's a special kind of friend. The more you know. All right. She's on point today. Oh, I'm watching myself. And actually, okay. Yeah, he's not here, so I think I can share it. Papa C# Fritz's birthday is tomorrow. Extra nervous? Now, not at all. Not at all. If somebody named dropped by, then it might be a little bit more interesting, sure. Well, maybe if it wasn't him, maybe it would be. That's not too bad. I'm okay with him. You may have seen his last video. He's got a C# hat, but the guy in the red shirt, you know, his name is. That would be a little different. So, ooh, an important one. Yeah, that one. All right, we'll get into the code. Connect-a-Ha. Connect-a-Ha is a educational conference in Omaha, Nebraska that I'm heading to Thursday morning. And that's why I will not be streaming on Thursday. So we added a bunch of features here to our bot in what I call the text command. And while you... Between streams. No. Previously on Fritz and Friends, we added all of these abilities to send these little messages. And I also added, while we weren't here, I added this raid element here. So we can say raid before we go off, and later on we're going to raid Fierce Kittens. I got a bone to pick with Fierce Kittens. We're going to head over and raid her. Did you see the clip of her with Dole Whip? Did you see this? Did you see the clip of how much she likes Dole Whip? And he dies? Who dies? No. No. Hang on, I gotta show you this. Star Trek joke. Oh, my bad. There was a clip. Yeah, Dole Whip. Dole Whip is the bomb. Oh, see, you don't. So Fierce Kittens last night, she does amazing animations. Okay, let's start there. And she did an animation proclaiming how much she loves Dole Whip. Right? And we know what Dole Whip is, right? It's that pineapple custard that they have at Disney. And it's amazing. Here it is. Let's see if I can... Right? So I also want to get a text command to do clips. Right? Hang on, let's stop this so you can actually hear her when this comes on. Come on, play. It's not playing. And it's not entering full screen either. I feel sad. Oh my lord, the Dole Whip. Here it comes.
Okay. Because this is what happens with 1,000 bits.
So you cheer 1,000 bits on her channel, and this happens. What are you, conducting? No? Oh my lord!
There we go. Okay.
Okay, so that's pretty amazing. Thinking of Trevor's Trousers. No, I'm not familiar with Trevor's Trousers. Is that a UK thing? Is that? I guess we should just be happy it's not a fart noise. Michael. So I want to start adding some more features. Not quite like that, but I want to start adding some more interactive things that we can kick off and have fun with here on stream. I'll get Blue playing again. The one and only Ms. Fierce Kittens. She's not here, is she? No, she's not. She's not lurking. Sometimes she sneaks in and lurks. Stealthy, like a cat. Okay. What do you say we write some code?
Do it!
I know. And you know what? We'll
Do it live!
do it live, just like Bill said. All right. I'm happy. I got my network working again. It was out until about 2 hours ago. Not even an hour ago, we got it fixed. Okay? So let's write some code. We added these features into the bot. And I don't know about you, but when I'm using some of these right now, I get a whisper from the bot that it doesn't recognize the command. And that's weird. All set for traveling. Traveling north to visit friends on vacation. That's pretty cool. Good luck. Safe travels. When I use one of these new commands, it whispers to me, oh, I don't know what that command is. Which makes me feel bad. See, keyboard works, but Gareth, you probably got it whispering saying, I don't know what this command is that you sent me. Am I using TwitchLib? Asks Draco. No, I am not, Draco. Let me do my magic. My what? My... No. Okay, you did get the whisper. So I want to figure out why it's whispering and sending that message still, saying, I don't know what this message is. Let's fix that. And then I want to go look at... what do I want to go fix? I'm going to look at the feedback on the FAQ, see if we can help that out a little bit. And then I want to go over and work on a game for Quiltoni's bot. What do you think? You've gotten a bunch of those? Message was delayed because of moderation. There is no moderation here. Yes, there is. I didn't see... No, we're good. All right. The other thing is, these commands, the help command doesn't know about. So if you look at the help command, right, the help command looks at the list of available commands and just outputs all the messages. So we need to look at that and figure out why it's not doing that. So, yeah. All right. You with me, chat room? What do you think? I think this is a set of nice little goals here. And Draco, you were asking about TwitchLib. I used TwitchLib with Quiltoni's bot. With mine, I wanted to use asynchronous interactions with Twitch. And the asynchronous features of TwitchLib didn't quite work. They weren't handling the task properly, so it was disconnecting and asynchronously failing. So I wrote my own library to do it, and that's what you see here just above me, fritz.twitch. This is my own Uber optimized library for my needs. But it's in my repository. You're welcome to download the project and grab this project if you'd like to use it as well. For Quiltoni's bot, I actually stepped it down. I'm using an older version of the bot and using only synchronous interaction. Everything, right, as soon as you execute the command, it executes and it blocks while it's waiting for that execution. No asynchronous threading there. And it works great. It's very simple. It has only a couple of simple interactions, but we're making it a little bit more interesting. And I think we're going to do, if we get to it, I think that's going to be something we work on tonight. You need a good directional mic. So Gareth is asking, how do you not get Cherry Blues to be horrendously loud on stream? Well, let me click off here. Can you hear that? Do you hear it? Can you hear the mic at all? Hear the keyboard? Look at that. Okay, so the link command worked. Aha! Pretty quiet-ish. Yeah. So I have a directional mic here. This is an Audio Technica. What is it? AT 2020, I believe it is. Yeah, AT 2020. There you go. I have the gain turned up, but it's very directional. It's only coming from this direction towards me. And where the keyboard is down here, it's not picking that up. And I'm also using the arm here so that it's also not feeling the vibrations. So, yeah. Keep a cheap Niwar thing that seems to be omnidirectional. There you go. There's very little delay in my stream. I have low latency settings, and I'm a partner, and I've got transcoding set on. I've got all the goodies. Oh, yeah. Very low latency. All right. Let's go back over here, do the thing with this. All right. Moving on. So I wanted to look at why was I still getting that whisper that, oh, I don't know what that command is. So if I look at the bot, right? Unknown command image, message. So that's if the first or default is an exclamation point and it's not under handle basic commands, if it doesn't handle it there. So let's look at handle basic commands. So those single line text commands are actually a basic command. Now, do I reroute it? Excuse me. Do I reroute it over there even though this is an extended command? I don't think so. But what I think I should do over here in the bot, when it's handling and it's identifying, is this a command that I know how to execute? I think I need to add an exception here that says, let's take a look at what's in the dictionary of commands over here. And decide, you know, oh, I know what that is or I don't. So I'm going to add I'm going to make this an internal static method. Returning a Boolean is command, and then what's the text of the command? And for right now, I'm just going to return commands dot, is it has, no. I thought it was has key, contains key, my bad. Contains key and then whatever was passed in. Right? So now I can go back over to the bot. Please say I'm not the only one that's twitching at some of the lack of indentation. Yeah, I don't get where my indentation went here. That's better. Fix that. Fix some of these. There we go. Is that better? Is that better? Let me know. Let me know, Gareth. I agree with you. That was kind of annoying. That's better. I like it now. Ah! Oh my gosh, my sentiment's down through the floor. Kontansky? Kontansky. Partner superpowers. Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. You had to refresh. You know what? I've seen that on a couple of Twitch streams today. That it's been a little twitchy. All right, so I was in handle basic commands here. So not just there. Right, so the right-hand side, and right-hand side is a read-only memory character. It's trying to do spans. I want to pass that in. So hang on, let's do this. If text command dot is command the trigger, right? Right, command dot trigger. Yeah. No. Trigger is what I'm looking for. Right, and trigger is a read-only memory. Ugh. How do I forget how to take that back to a string. Is it just toString? if I return true from basic commands, hang on, let's split this so I know where I'm. This is where I am down here in the basic commands. This is used in only one place, and it's right there in the processing. You navigated the wrong window. Okay, this is where I'm working. It's used in this one place here. If not. Ah, okay. Okay. This is, so I need to put an exception in for this text command. Okay. So actually, I think I can do... What the heck? Okay, I'm here. So because it sees the first is an exclamation point, it's in this block. Right? I think... Yeah, spans, memory, and intrinsic are an interesting place. If text command, and then, yeah, I need to execute it at that point. I need to actually flop it over onto the other side. Let's do this. Let's put it up here. And, not text command is command. Now, see, now I need to do that chop. String, that's the string. So I need to grab the first block. If I say chat message arguments, message, substring 1, and then it's going to be the index of the space, which is chat message args message index of see, and that might not actually exist. Right, that could come up with, what's the other overloads here? Start index, string comparison type. No. Have to switch my brain back from Gatsby. Ooh, okay. Crumbs. I don't want to have to go through this how many times. Right, I'd rather just have a regular expression and just grab that first block of text. Ugh. Hey, look at that. Preview 4.1 is available. I don't want that right now. I'm doing a stream. Thanks so much. Let me go up here. Let's see. Private read-only regex. I love me some regex. If you can write trying it for 20 years. Oh, watch me. I think we can do this, Sushinator. Command text. Command text regex equals new regex, and it doesn't know what a regex is. Now it does. All right. I'm going to be looking for. It's going to be the start of the line is caret, right? Caret exclamation point, and then it's going to be some block of text that is not a space, right? So that's not a space. I need to put an extra. I don't want that. I want an add up front here, so it's good that. I want that one or more times, and then the space. I think we got it. All right. So now, why didn't I just did the thing? Ah, that's what I want. Command text regex. All right. So now if I go back down here, so we know it started with an exclamation point. So then we should be able to say, not substring. I don't need to substring, right? I can say command text regex match right, captures zero. Actually, this isn't gonna. This could be a space. Shoot. Right, it could be a space or a end of line. So if it's an or scenario, right, it's going to be like this, and it's going to be space, or the end of the line is $. Yeah. I think we got it there. All right, so is command through that value. I think that's what we need. All right. I think we got it. I think we got it. Like the first match. Yes. Well, I don't want just the first match. I want the capture. Puppet Master Z, thank you for the follow. And Griffin Girl, thanks so much for the follows. I appreciate you joining us. Hey, Puppet Master Z, good to see you. I could do a split on space after stripping the exclamation point. All right, you know what? I like that better. I like that better. Good to see our new followers. I look forward to seeing you in chat. Oh, who's that emote, Puppet Master Z? That looks pretty cool. Oh, it's your own. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Thanks for joining us. So I'm going to do a split here on the space and grab the 0th element after. I do a substring. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the follow, Alicera. I appreciate that. Helping us get to our rainbow beard goal for Microsoft Build 2019. That is some really good artwork. You've done those yourself? Oh, those are really cool. I need some help with my emotes. I need to do some work on that. Because those are really, really cool, and mine are kind of lame. Like, I really want to improve the Clippy and the Octocat emotes. They need some help. Can't take credit for another streamer. Cupcake Brains. Okay. Corgi Candy has been referred to me as somebody to check out. Her link is on your panel. Okay. I'll have to check that out. So this should grab that little bit of the message. I don't need the regex now. Do I? Do I? Okay. I think that's... let's give it a shot. See if that works. And then we'll get it into the help command. Well, that's not going to work. For each. Where? If text command is command... Oh, yeah. Don't need that anymore. Because it won't drop down into this section. All right. Try that again. Hey, M. Holloway 24. Good to see you. I didn't make you a sword. Mr. Montemagno. Like a lightning bolt arrives from the cloud. Good to see you. And look at that. And the Azure Cloud logo on cue appears. Aha! Good to see you. Let's see here. So if my GitHub command works, that's a lot of GitHub commands, but it did work. Yeah, I get it. It worked. I think it's because I have 2 bots running, but I don't know why the other ones showed up. Interesting. Too many bots. Can't stop the bot. Can't stop. So that single line text command should always be final. Yeah. So it shouldn't trigger again. I'm wondering if... Oh my gosh, Auth0 Bobby. Wow, thank you so much for those 5 gift subs. Hello. Code Monk, Cartoofer, Puppet Master Z. Is that Murillo Philo and Spadacoli? Congratulations. You've all just gotten a free gift sub. Thanks so much, Auth0 Bobby. That is so cool. And welcome everybody. You're going to get all the cool emotes that we have, and we're going to make some donations to Black Girls Code. Very cool. Thanks so much. Who's our new follower there? Demented Cat. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Not only are you helping my follower goal, but our friend Quill Tony has a follower goal that she's working on also to actually help me get to 5625. We get to 5625, and she's going to she's going to have her viewers help choose a dress for her Friday stream. That's always fun on her quilting and crafting stream. Yes, we are writing .NET Core, not .NET Framework. You did pop over from Q Tony. Oh, thanks so much. Say hello to... Say hello to our friend in red braids over there. There's Cartoofer with the rainbow bearded Clippy. Yeah. All right. So these commands here now. Sushinator, thanks so much for the subscription. I appreciate that very much. Continuing the subscription. Yeah, that's gonna... We're actually pretty close to unlocking another emote. Fowler and Damien showed some magic today with Galloway Enhancement. They did. They did. David Fowler, Chief Architect for .NET, Partner Chief Architect for .NET, was showing some of the new things that they're doing for .NET Core 3 to enhance performance. Really interesting stuff, how they're using memory. I'm going to come back to Lannon's question in just a second, followed up on the free sub that I gave you in the month, and fantastic. I'm glad you decided to continue the sub, Sushinator. Oh my gosh, Auth0 Bobby, I didn't... Wife's having surgery. Oh, well, take care. Best of luck to you and your family. And they can make her better. Okay. Does anyone on Twitch do phaser programming? No. You do need to watch David Fowler at half speed. There's a... It feels like when you're watching him, like you're... I'm going to show how old I am. Like you're watching a 48... Like you're watching a 72 record on a 48 speed. There's a speed that's happening there that's just crazy. Landon BR asks, what's the difference between .NET Core and .NET Standard? Good question. .NET Core and .NET Standard are two different types of .NET frameworks. It's weird. Frameworks, .NET frameworks, when we're so used to having one framework when .NET was first released back in 2001, 2002. .NET Core is the new open source version of .NET and the base class library and the runtime, the common language runtime that runs on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Was built initially to support just ASP.NET Core, but also supports .NET Core, and in the next version supports client application development. You'll be able to build things with Windows Forms and WPF using the .NET Core framework. .NET Standard is an abstraction over .NET Core. It's a way for us to have the same contractual API, so that you can use everything from .NET Core from a .NET Standard class library. This way, you can program a library and use it on .NET Core, and use it on .NET Framework, and use it on Xamarin, and use it on Unity. All the .NETs, if you set and choose the appropriate .NET Standard version. So these are versions that define an interface requirement that the various framework versions, whether it's Unity or Xamarin or .NET Core or .NET Framework, implement. And there's a great chart that you can find out on the .NET Standard documentation that'll tell you a little bit more about which versions of .NET Standard are implemented by which versions of those frameworks. This way, things like this Twitch library that we've built can, bad example, .NET Core. I know one or two of these are .NET Standards. I think, is this one? There we go. So this is my stream library core. These are some arguments and some interfaces that we declared, and we declared that they run in .NET Standard 2. This way, these are compatible whether I'm building stream tools on .NET Core or .NET Framework or even Xamarin. I can build some tools that use this same capability to interact with the stream. So it's a way to get that compatibility across all those different frameworks, where before you had to do something like portable class libraries, and nobody liked that. Cool. Glad that helped, Landon. Can be a pushy person, says Sushinator. Layers on layers on layers. Oh yes. Space Cat's here. Hello, Space Cat. Good to see you here. Key to the common ground. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. All right. So I want to make sure that I grab these commands, and I want to be able to add these to the help so that I can add it to my list of available commands. So I have available commands here. It's pulling out. I should be able to reach into here. Let's make this an internal static so that the other commands can find it. And let's call this text commands. And I'll do a string join. Right? I don't know why it... Oh, so that it can add those to it. I'll make this a second list of commands to add as well. So we'll put a space in between those. And this will be text command commands select. Right, so this is a key value pair because it's in a dictionary. And I want the keys out of those. But I don't just want the keys. I want the... Right? What does that help look like right now? Let's see. Yeah, an exclamation point ahead of it. So we need to put an exclamation point ahead of it. So let's do that. There we go. And then string join those. And then... oh boy. Let's join them. Let's say available commands equals array dot... Can I do join? No. Equals available commands dot join. Right? I can do that? No, it's going to want to do a match. Union? Is that what I want? Yes, there it is. And the second one of these is going to be text commands. Right? Now, why doesn't it like that? String join. Rats. Well, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's not do the join. Let's just do the select. Right? That. Okay. Two lower. Okay, so I have those two arrays. So now my available commands is going to be available command array. Text command array. Yeah. Order by the one character that's in there. And then I want to do a string.join on that whole chalupa. Chalupas. Like that. Ha! There we go. And then it should be all joined and sorted in the right order there, if I did that right. And then we'll output it, Frank, and you'll have a really helpful help message as I add new features to that single line text command. No end then. I think Lennon said it best. No end then. All right, so there it is started. It's in the chat room. So now if I say help, all right, so the first one is the currently running. The second one is the new one, and there it is with project. I don't know what quote does. GitHub, help, hype. I am in the zone. Yes, very much. Hey, Pac-Man Jr., didn't see you wander in. Good to see you. Got a sound effect nifty, not sticking around, just wanted to leave some. Yeah, absolutely, you got one. How did you end a relationship of any sort best? Fine, I'll ignore that question. Late to the show. Hey, Ozcoder. All right. So now our help includes all the commands that we added into our single line text command. I feel better about that now. So I'm going to commit this update. Come on. There it is. I'll move this over here. Where is it? Stream tools. What are the 3 files that are changed? Yeah, we're good with those. Updated to integrate the text command better. There we go. And I feel good about that. Cool. Let's tag it and bag it. 195. There we go. Maybe it should say which commands are available for which users. I don't have there is no breakup right now. Everybody gets all the commands. All the commands. All the time. Lurk mode, disengage. I thought I added lurk. There we go. Stream Elements has been running for 9 days and 20 hours. Wow. Yeah. All right. I'm going to let that run for a little bit. So the next piece that I was looking at working on, and you make the call. Let me know. Do you want to take a look at giving the bot feedback on the images so that when an image comes back, if it thinks it's racy or adult, send a message to a moderator asking whether or not to delete the image? Or do we work on a game in a bot that I've been writing for Ms. Quiltoni? Now, the game that I've been working on, so that you know, is she runs a guessing game where people guess how long it's going to take her to complete a certain quilting task. Oh, it's going to take 2 minutes. It's going to take 2.5 minutes, whatever. And folks record those in chat, but there's no way to actually record those and get any kind of a view as to who's doing well as she's speeding through and speed quilting. So what I have is the beginnings of that little game built as a bot. And I need to finish the integration by adding a who's the fastest quilter. Kind of. She's the fastest quilter easily. Easily. But I'm thinking we can add an overlay that will show who's closest in guessing in their guest with an on-screen display. Yes, fossils. Yes. That's exactly what I'm thinking. That's exactly where I think we should go. And I think we can finish that off in a little under an hour here. I don't know. We'll see how long we go here. Quilting, amazing tradition. Yeah, it is. You know what? I think it's a private repository right now. I do have a key encoded in there. I can make it public after I clean that up. But I think we're going to wander over and take a look at this little game bot that we've been working on. I can show you what that is. So here it is. I call this... She has a currency that she runs in her stream called pixels. Not pixels like we have here. But when she's making quilts, she makes quilts that are intended to mimic video game characters, pop culture things. Well, a quilt, of course, a patchwork quilt is a bunch of squares, so she turns images from old Nintendo games, old Atari games, into those patchwork squares, which are, of course, when you're talking the old style 8-bit games, those are pixels, each one of those patchwork items. So it becomes really easy and really neat to be able to build, to be able to make a quilt in patchwork like that. So I have 3 projects, 4 including the unit test, which is, of course, quite barren. But I think we're going to need to build this out as we test this out. Like the 1 million pixels of advertising. Oh my gosh, that was an amazing bit of .com. Interesting bit. Am I no longer working on Stream Deck? Asks Ultramark. I wanted to just give it a little time to breathe. We're going to come back to that. I'll probably come back to that in... probably Sunday or Tuesday the week after. But I will get back to it. I just wanted to take a little bit and clean up some of these other things that were going on out here. But Ultramark, we will definitely be getting back into it. I've got some things that I definitely want to do with the Stream Deck. The last couple streams that we did with the Stream Deck were a little stressful. So, give it a little breather and then we'll come back into it. So, update to the article on my setup. I've been writing it. When I'm writing it, I usually end up writing and rewriting several times. It's coming. So I have a blog article that I'm writing not just about my setup, but about the state of the stream, where we are here at the beginning of March. As far as partner emotes, I need to update the emote thing that's on the wall here on Twitch. I need to update... I want to update you on what kind of viewership we have. So, then we discovered the magical and sometimes scary land of fierce kittens. Quite scary. Very scary. Be afraid. She's a tremendous developer, and she likes to sew in the evenings. It's great. All right, so this is the Pixelbot over here. Now, what Quiltoni does is she actually has folks that are awarded these pixels, right? That's her in-stream currency. And scared about fierce kittens. Nah, don't be scared. Oh, okay, maybe be scared. So Quiltoni keeps track of all of how many which viewers have how many pixels on a Google spreadsheet. I mean, talk about low-tech way to manage data. Just have a spreadsheet, and she just tells her moderators, hey, Mike Jolly, can you put 10 more on the row with C# Fritz out there? And it's the moderator's responsibility to go open the Google spreadsheet and add 10. So I wrote a bot to automate it. So the bot has a hook on the Google spreadsheet, and I wrote a class here called Google Sheet Proxy that knows how to open the spreadsheet, use Google Web Authorization to log in and interact with it. And this is an ASP.NET Core project. This works on Windows, Mac, or Linux. She has Windows on her machine, so we just give her, here's everything to run. It's a command line app. She double clicks to open it, and it just runs her stream. Putting you out of a job. I know. That's more advanced than what we did with Cheers. Well, we're getting there with the Cheers. We've got so many cool projects we've been working on stream. We're getting there. We're going to get there. Lurk is exclamation lurk. There you go. Smab has it. Crossover with kittens. Oh, depends on what time she gets started tonight. A crossover on Discord? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I might be able to work on that. We'll work for bits. No, we'll work for pixels. So, so there's a couple commands here inside the bot. Let me know if you've seen this pattern before, where the moderators can execute a command add and can add pixels to users. So only the broadcasters and moderators can execute the add command and can add pixels to those folks. Uh-oh. That's not right. This is Dryad T's format. That should be pixels. Oh, I'm going to get into trouble now. Do I have that anywhere else? I shouldn't. No. Okay. All right. So this will add pixels for folks. And all it does is it will, after it validates, it runs into the Google sheet and it will say add pixels for this user. And it goes and finds that user's name in the appropriate row and just adds another however many. Just like every other guest except with her. It's a little bit trickier than that. So, adding a time guessing game to Quiltony's chatbot. Yeah, I think this is a little bit more interesting than trying to. Yeah, this is a little bit more fun building a game. So there's also what I've been working on for the last day or so. Is there we go. Yeah. So so I've added another command called guess. And there's 3 states to the game. There's not started, there's open taking guesses, and there's closed. The rain stick is actually part of the song. Yeah, you're right. Yep. So, and there are tests. We're getting there. We do need to make the bot smarter. I think I can finish this pretty quickly, and maybe we go back over to the bot. So, I need to test this. So there's 3 states: not started, open taking guesses, and guesses closed. When the command is executed, when somebody executes the guess command, I'm going to reach into whatever state the bot is currently in, and I save it, the state here. We start off, of course, in not started. So it's, yep, exclamation point, guess. Yes. And it will, the bot actually, it will lowercase it when it goes to handle those. Where is it? On command. There it is. On chat command received. Right? So it'll go and find it. If it requires a Google Sheet, it'll go get it. Execute the command. This. So first or default where the command text matches. And everything's lowercase. So can we run it here? It's not running here yet. Let's go up here to this. Let me see if my, let me check on my user secrets. It should have, yeah, that's my bot. Okay. And app settings. Does it have my bot name? Sure does. Not access token. I thought I just standby. Access. Yeah. Okay. So it should run in the channel when I run this, and we can take a look and test out how this thing is working. So I don't want to run the relay. We'll get back to the relay in just a second. Set this as the startup. Go. Image me laughing. Yeah. All right. So now the Pixel bot is also listening, but it's still the same Fritz bot, but it does different things. So there's, yeah, 2 different projects sitting out there. 6 months for Robert Tables. Heck, thank you so much, Robert Tables. I appreciate that. And we'll make a donation to Black Girls Code. Look at how full that glass is. See, look at that. I'm not sure how you got 35 pixels now. Whatever. Oh, wait, did it grant that on... I have a copy of Quiltoni's. That's what's going on. So this is so the Pixel bot automatically detects when events happen. Subscriptions is the first event, and yeah, triggers those appropriately, being totally irrational at times. Nah. All right. So now I should be able, if I say guess, right? So, well, there's my first problem. Command argument says list 0 help. Well, there is no arguments. So that's going to be a problem. All right. I got to handle that. So let's say if command arguments as list dot count equals 0, or you asked for help, we'll output information about help. I should do the same thing down here. And it's not an and, it's or. Command or, right? So if you are not the broadcaster or a moderator, command arguments as list count equals 0. Then we get help. If you are broadcaster or moderator, my bad. Arguments as list count if that equals 0 or, and I need to do one last one here. Command arguments as list count equals 0 or, and we're going to need to put parens around those. Cool. All right. Oh, there was another help down here somewhere. We shouldn't get down. All right. I'm not going to worry about that one yet. Arguments.list.any. I don't... Let's see what happens. I have peach iced tea G Fuel tonight. Feels good. All right, so now if I guess... So I get a whisper that says, well, unknown command. The time guessing game is not currently running. To open the game for guesses, execute guess open. As in not any. Right. It still iterates, ends up iterating through it. Right? So now if I open it, it'll start taking guesses. And for when folks do start submitting guesses, they go into a dictionary here. Well, you can't guess any yet. See, that's not going to do anything. You're not allowed. So if I guess open, so now you can guess. Submit your guess with exclamation point guess where and then some value. Good seeing you, Michael Jolly. Thanks so much for tuning in. So, yep, guess any won't do it. You're going to get bumped. Nope, that doesn't work either. It's going to, right? This if on the try parse is going to fail and it's just going to not do anything. Nope. So I should put an else on the other end here that says, see, my gosh. I got a bunch of quality assurance people hanging out here tonight trying to mess things up. Fine, I will add an error message for you. Right, so let me expand that if. Right, so that comes down and says else if the arguments is mine. Else. And we will broadcast a message that says, sorry, username. Guesses are only accepted in the format guess 1, 2, 3. Wise guys. I got these wise guys hanging out there. Let's see how it works now. Off topic, am I a Marvel fan? Yes, I am. It shouldn't have. All right, so now nope, you're not going to get that either because it's not open. Now it is. Now taking guesses. Ha ha. It's wise people. Wise people? Wise people? Maybe. Yep, Mr. Magoo trying to go way off the deep end. That's not going to parse. Nope. Nope. Guess mine. It'll tell you what your guess was. Interesting. Mr. Magoo trying to guess 0. I'm willing to bet it let that one in. And 223 should. Oh, look at Robertables trying to do that. There you go. It's telling you your guesses. Now, I should be able to look at the collection of guesses right here. I'm going to throw a pause on here in just a second. Ooh, the guess -1 went through. That's interesting. Nope, spelled wrong, Nalaj. Int.max value. Nice. No. Oh, Robertables trying to get through. I don't know. I don't think you're going to get that one through. All right. I'm going to pause. There we go. Nalash got a guess in. All right. I'm going to pause. And I should be able to come over here to the game. Mouse over. Come on. Fine. Get me there. And then I should be able to mouse over that. There we go. So I have 7 guesses. Ben Halverson, M. Holloway, Brave Cobra, Sequel, Mr. Magoo, Fossils, Janescu, and Nalaj. But look at that -1 got in. That's not right. We need to get rid of the minuses. That and Fossils has a minus in there. Gary with the
exclamation mark guess.
I am running 2 bots right now because I have one in production and one that isn't. Guessed, Fierce Kittens. No, that doesn't work either. I'm going to put a cheer in here for Carrie. And I think you already cheered 100 earlier today. And today's the 5th. Right, it should be 05, not 50. 053. There we go. Thank you so much for that kind cheer. And we'll make donations to Black Girls Code. So we need to check and make sure that the time here is positive. So before we even try to parse that, hey, I want to say no. Command arguments as list 0 contains. It does not contain a hyphen. There we go. So that should catch the negatives. Code Monk. All right, take care. Have a good... Thanks for joining us. Always great to see folks join us for a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, go ahead. Let's break it. All right, so let's turn on... Argument list is an array. It's a list. So let's guess. Open... There we go. So now it's open for folks to be able to take some guesses. Which has me thinking that when I close, right? So there's a close command here that I can fire. I should be able then to get a list. Would be nice. Right? So down here, there's help. Reopen so I can restart. Oh! Index was out of range. Oh. That's that same thing with the... Right here on taking guesses. Alright. If command arguments... count as 0... Not and. Or give that a shot again. Ancient Coder! Thank you so much for that 7-month resubscription. Very cool. Yeah, we're going to support Black Girls Code. Thank you very, very much for that kind subscription. And you're going to get to use all the cool emotes that we have here in channel. I'll reopen the game. Yeah, like the Fritz bot. There he is. Oh my gosh. 11 subs from another emote. There we go. So now we've cleaned up the format a little bit. Nope. Oh man, even trying to go hex. Look at that. Ultra mark. No. Not allowed. Inside quotes? Nope, not gonna work. I think. All right. So now let me try the close command, which should end. But the raid looks weird. Yeah, it does a little bit. All right. So I'm going to close. Oh, wait a sec. I said guess close. Now taking guesses again. Wait a sec. Where the heck did it get that? All right, hang on. So now we got... So when we're in taking guess... all right. So if it's a time, it'll do those. Okay. Now taking guesses again is down here. Right? So if I... hang on. If I'm the broadcaster or moderator and... No. That one shouldn't be there. But if the argument... If the command is close, set the state, broadcast the message, return. That should have gone through. Yeah. Let's try that again. That should shock me. What? Attention. What do we got? I'm sorry. You know what? That didn't happen. You closed it. Oh, because Brave Cobra is a moderator. How many cups of coffee do I drink in one day? I don't drink coffee. So there it's open. Okay. Now that's interesting. Carrie, that should have been accepted. Right? Let's take a look. I'm going to put a break here. Let's take a look at the guesses dictionary. Sequel, Mr. Magoo. Oh, you know what? It's picking that up as hours, minutes, seconds. Yeah, look at that. 2 hours instead of minutes and seconds. Yeah. That's why the 24 didn't work. And why the 88 isn't work. Time for some math. You aren't kidding. What? That's interesting. Sushinator didn't trigger the error message. Typos would be fun. Hey, Alka, good to see you. So let's do this. I'm going to stop, and let's take the take guess here. Time span parse this, and let's put a 0, 0 in front of it. Right, which should always work with our accepted format. Does it have try parse exact? You know what it does? That's a good point. Yeah, go away. Right, so I'm not try parse. Right, try parse exact, and then I can specify the format. So there's the input. Right, the format is going to be minutes, seconds, like that. Format provider, no format provider. We don't like format providers. And then out time span. Let's give that a shot. Add the @ sign before the username. Oh my gosh. Hello, hello. Thank you so much, Fierce Kittens, for that very kind resub. And we'll make a donation to Black Girl's Code. Oh, I've been threatening to decompile GIFbot. Fierce Kittens shareware application that she wrote, freeware application that she wrote. That does GIFs like you see her run on her channel and some of the other channels that folks have. It still doesn't like that 2442. I did do it already. Oh, yes, I did. Why doesn't it like that 2442? I'm going to pause here. And let's put a break there. And we'll take a look at the guesses. There we go. So let's write the 0. It accepted 0 of them. How could it be? $59.59. It should parse that as minutes and seconds. Right? Is it a time conversion? That's what we're trying to do. Right? Time span, try parse exact on that chalupa. There's my immediate window. You stink. Fine, I will just parse exact. Input string was not in a correct format. You stink. Ugh. Yeah. So why don't you like that? Format. String parsing. I know, right? Even in 2019, command line parsing is the hardest thing to do. I know, isn't it a pain in the neck? Why isn't... Give me this. Not immediate window. That's not where I want to be. Time span. Parse exact. Let's see what we can find here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What are you doing over there? Time span. Parse exact. I don't know why it's over on CNET. Here we go. Is bot's going to spam like crazy when it lets that breakpoint go? Nah. Nah. Examples. Interval string. Oh, are you kidding? Are you kidding? I need to put the backslashes in for the colons. I have to escape that. Let's see what happens. Nope. What happens if I... It's... Okay. That's weird. Okay. Now it's running. Yep, so... If I do that... Now it still doesn't like the 59. What's with that? So let me go back into here. Through an argument of exception system format. Input string not in the correct format. In which case I need to put double slash there. That weird escaping. Yeah. Hey, Corpa. Good to see you. All right. Let's open the guessing game. Yeah. Sequel Mr. Magoo doesn't like that one. The 18 should go through. Brave Cobra, it looks like yours went in. Right, so let's take a look at the list. And I really need to put a list command here. There we go. Brave Cobra, 59 minutes, 59 seconds, 18. There we go. Now it's parsing properly. All right. Fantastic. Sorry, I stopped it. I'm going to... okay. So, all right, taking guesses looks like it works. Now, the close command, why did it think reopening? Why did it think I was reopening it when I executed close again? All right, let's try this again. Nope, it's not working. It's not async. Nope. Does it pick up single digits? No. Nope. I don't think we want to pick up single digits. All right, so if I open the guessing. So now we've cleaned up the behavior a little bit, right? So that's the format that I expect people to punch it in as. Let that go. Now, why didn't it like the 60? Well, 60, yes, I get it. 202, why didn't it take the 202 for Ultramark? It's rejecting a lot of them now. No single digits for the minute at all. Oh, because I have M here. Oh. Right, so if I make it just M. Yeah, thank you, Ultramark. Good. Well played. Good catch. All right. So now I can do guess 502. What? No. Let that go. There we go. Guess help. Your last guess will stand, and you can check your guess with guess mine. All right, so now if I do guess mine. Oh, it ignored me. Interesting. All right, let's see what we have in the list. Two, Brave Cobra and Mr. Magoo. Yeah, I see people that are trying to break it. Not bad. Okay. All right. I think we're in a better place. We're on the eve of AI taking over if my bot ignores me. I think I'd probably have it escaping a little bit higher up because I'm the broadcaster. Yeah, guess theirs. Nope. That doesn't work either. Tightest feedback loop in development. I know, isn't that great? All right, so now if we close guessing. Now that should have broadcast a message saying guess close. Right? That should have There's mine. Right here. If broadcaster and argument 0 is close, no more guesses it should have. Output. No, it didn't fall down into that. Why isn't it getting down into there? Well, it's not taking any of my messages right now. If broadcaster, moderator... Yeah, okay. What? So why isn't it not... Else if count as 0 and it's help. No. But it's like it's not even getting in here because it's me. Oh, hang on a sec. Hello there, Epic Ninja Elephant. All right. Command. Chat message. Okay. It was me. Guess close. Okay. So if I continue to step in... Well, wait a sec. Arguments list count is not 0, so that's false. And it is not help. So I am broadcaster. Oh, you know what? It's order of operations here. That's what's going on there. What are we breaking, asks Epic Ninja Elephant. We're writing a little time guessing game for our friend Quill Tony as a bot. Yeah, needed an extra parentheses. You're right. All right, so let me open this back up. Oh, thank you, Perry. All right, so there's my guess. That should go through. There. Now, wait. Whoa. Oh, it's the same thing. I need an extra parenthesis there. I'm breaking it. Me, myself, I'm breaking it. Okay. So, open it. All right. Okay. So it looks like, and if I say guess close, mouse up here and look at the array, I've got 3. I've got C# Fritz, C Payette, and Brave Cobra. Those look good. Okay. And I said to close. There it is. It's going to drop down into close. No more guesses. The race is about to start with 3 guesses. And Carrie is a moderator. And yeah, she actually tried to log the winning time there. But if I say guess, that's interesting. It reopened. It shouldn't have reopened. Responded correctly to your free text. Did it? Yes, it did. All right. I have a feeling down here in the close, I'm doing the same thing. Right? That's fine. Yep, here it is. I need that extra parentheses. Oh, man. Okay. I think we got it this time. I think we're on the ball now. So I'll open guesses. And then if I do, right, 502. I don't need to track that. I think we got that ironed out. Right, and then if I... There we go. Let me... Go ahead, try as a mod. Sure. The Tom McHugh just stopped by. Hey, Tom McHugh. Good to see you. Hey, Zoltra Lord, I missed you with the gritty bit there. So Brave Cobra, just close the game. All right, so that should broadcast. No more guesses. The race is about to start with 2 guesses, and then look, minimum time and maximum time. Isn't that handy? All right. So, and now reopening, now taking guesses. Fantastic. All right, so now Brave Cobra is closing it. There we go. No more guesses. 2 guesses. So it's not taking those additional right now. So you just said guess open. I expected it to say reopen that time. I think the command is right when it's closed. Help. No, it's reopen, not open. Delete your bogus guesses. No, never. They're all there. Maybe I'll allow open also here. You can't. What is that? Is that a Game Boy? That's kind of neat. So it's reopen is the command to reopen the guesses. Is there a difference? No, not really. Just you're in the game's in a closed state right now. Right, so if at this point, if we said guess help, actually it should tell us. Guess Jeff had a Game Boy. Yes, I did. It should have hit here. That's not right. If not a broadcaster and not a moderator. Yeah, okay. So, but you hit there. Oh, you know what? As a moderator, I said help, and I got a message whispered to me. Yep, I have not guessed yet, so we can reopen it. So I could change that command so open and reopen are the same command to get in there. All right, so now we can do it. The moderator can actually, and the broadcaster can say guess and then force in, here's what the correct answer was, right? And it will tell us who's closest, right? So let me reopen. So go ahead, you can put a couple more guesses in there, and then we'll close it back off. Oh, look at this. Now you're trying to put in funny things, right? Open or reopen, how do you reset to do a new thing? I'll show you a reset in just a second. So here's the thing. If you guess what somebody else guessed, so if I guess 111 like Corpa did, right? Sorry, Corpa already guessed 111. So it doesn't let me run that. Nope. Maybe guess reset would be a good one to build as well. Right, and if I say guess mine, yeah, sequel Mr. Magoo's got it there. I guessed 502. So now if I close, it's going to say, oh, there it is. 7 guesses from 101 to 5959, and then we can say guess and specify, well, here's what the final time was. Guess help should work during the guessing. I think it does. No winners this time, but Brave Cobra was the closest at just 8,581 seconds off. That's not right. The other bot is sending private messages. Yeah. Yeah. 323. It should have hit one of these other ones that was smaller. So the calculation for right closest dot close is math.absolute total seconds minus the time guessed in total seconds. That should I want to go right, I want to sort by that ascending. Right, order by whoever's the closest, and then I want the first. Help doesn't work while it's open. We really need a state machine here. You're right. We do. Right, that should be order by is ascending, isn't it? It shouldn't be descending. Because I want to go the smallest first. Order by ascending. Who has the closest on this? The absolute value of that. Do they call this and then programming? Yeah, you're right. All of these if-thens is absolutely crazy to build here. It's actually, you know what? It's actually... It's actually stopped. Yeah, I'm going to shut that down. .NET State Machine. That makes sense. Sergio. Sergio Fur, thanks so much for the follow. Those numbers aren't going to update on the screen. Let me grab this. Now, I haven't worked with this library. .NET State Machine. Simple library for creating state machines in C# code. So permit on entry do this, on exit do that for the various states. Oh, that's nice. Okay. External state storage. Okay. Somebody coded a state machine. Yeah. So, state machine will choose between multiple transitions based on guard clauses. Permit if this, permit if that. Parameterized triggers. Nice. Reentrant states. Yeah. So we want to always... Okay. We've got a lot here we need to document around this. Runs on .NET 4.0, all modern .NET platforms by targeting .NET Standard 1. Fantastic. So this will work. All right. Is this a NuGet package I can grab? Yes. Just called stateless. All right. Yeah, as we add the rest of these, where am I? Manage NuGet packages. The rest of these scenarios, it's like, oh, crumbs. You're right. It's gotten a little bit more complicated. I'm on the wrong feed. Stateless. All right. Let's call this guest time command old. Let's see if we can migrate some stuff over here. ibot command is what these run. Okay. Text, execute. So the command text is... yes, it will, but I think we can migrate most of what we've got. So we're going to configure the state machine up front, aren't we? Now, the state is available down here, and I'm going to move this into its own file. Not even a commit before changing? Where is it? Sure, let's commit it. I'm not going to do that. Oops. Dev, it's over here. Yep. Come on. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yes, and I'm not going to touch that one. So let's add... No. Add that. Wait, what did I do to that? What did I do to that? No. Wrong-o. And that's just my bogus one that I've out there. No. Add that one. And I want the... Not... Did I already add? I added the game state. Okay, good. So what do I have queued? Add pixels, game state, guest time. That's fine. First draft of the guest game. All right. Not going to publish that. Feature branch as well. Yeah, it's already on a feature branch. All right. So let's rename this. That's fine. This one, take care of that. All right. So I feel like the state machine we want to set up in, well, we need the state. Oh boy. Let's learn how to use this. Phone call, new state machine, state trigger, state off hook. So phone call is a new state machine. So I feel like we need to put this in. So the command is created each time. So I feel like this needs to be in a public static read-only. So it's always available. Git merge gate. No, we don't. No. All right. So let's static guest time command. Oh my gosh. Nicondria, thanks so much for that raid. Oh, here they come. 50 viewers. Look out. Knack raid. Woohoo. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that raid. That's tremendous. Thank you for the follow, Neuropilot. I appreciate that. I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Welcome, raiders. Let's... Oh my gosh. Let's go back over here. To this. That wasn't the correct animation to show. There may be more of those needed followers. Oh, yes, I think you're right. Andrew Hodge, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Jeff Fritz. I'm a live coder here on Twitch, writing code. We're building projects together. And tonight we're writing some code to put together a little time-guessing game for our bot that runs on Twitch. Thanks so much for all of you coming over and joining us. Let's write some code together. I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. And I need to update my some of my numbers and things here on stream. Stand by. Let's get that running. There we go. It's a raid again. Oh, yeah. Game of Thrones hat. Absolutely. Look at that. Winter is coming. Or it's already here. Depends on where you live. Yeah. If you're in Winterfell, it's pretty cold already. If you're in New York City, yeah, it's cold there too. Pensacola, not so much. All right. Let's go back over here. All right. And the sentiment bot is going to kick up and running. It never left. Yeah, the cold never left. I used to code CSS chat rooms on Foobar. Oh, that's pretty cool, Andrew Hodge. CSS chat rooms. Code CSS in chat rooms. Aha. Okay, I got it. I figured it out.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah, it does. 60%, roughly. So, yeah.
I love it when a plan comes together.
So we were just taking a look at using the stateless.NET state machine here. 64.7% of the time. Hey, you want to start talking statistics?
It's illegal in 9 countries.
It is illegal in 9 countries. So be careful. You don't want to get caught. So we were just looking at implementing a state machine object here that's going to handle the state of our game so that it's a little bit easier for us to manage the interactions back and forth with the chat room. I like that don't panic emote. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. 7 more days and you go red mug.
Make it so.
We'll get there. We will get there. All right, so I think I need to create, if I'm following this correctly, I need to create a state machine, and then we're going to configure based on different states. And right now we've got 3 different states to our game that we're looking at. The game is not started, it's open, and we're taking guesses, and then it's closed, and we're going to log a result. Hey, Shenanigans Gaming, what is that? Oh, that's a cool sub emote. Yeah, all right. And we've got the cool bot with the hat there and the gold shades. So I think we need to create a new state machine in here for the game. So if we have a private static read-only state machine, right? And I should be able to control dot on that, get my using statement. And if we call this game state machine, yeah. Now we should be able to... Now, why don't you like that? Oh, we need to put the... Yep, right. So our game state is going to come out of... guess game state. Guess game state. And then the trigger. The type used to trigger... To represent the triggers that cause state transitions. So what is that? What is that? What is trigger? Is there a... Right? Ability to store externally, for example, in a property tracked by an ORM. No. Each of the commands is a trigger. Okay. So then... Alright, so then we're going to put that out somewhere else, it feels like. Triggered. No. No. Come on, Robert Tables. Come on. No, we need each one of those commands. So each one of those different commands. Boy. Trigger is also an enum. It is. Show me an example of this. You make me sad. Right? Telephone call example. Was there? Oh, example. All right. Phone call, enum, trigger, call dialed. Okay, so these are the various commands, I guess, that are coming in. Red, is that supposed to be red buoy? It looked like Red Bull. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. State connected, and then on entry of that state, do this. Lead vitamin. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Look at that. 36. Is that 3615? Oh man, we're getting closer to Quiltoni's goal of 5625. Okay. So the triggers are going to be each one of those different commands that we have available. Right? Do I have that right? So if I put internally here a public enum guest trigger, right? So I'm going to have triggers like help, open, reopen. I don't really have a guess value. Guess when we're actually guessing a value. But that's a state. That's not really a trigger that's going to change state. Close. I think that's it. Right? Those were the only... and we may want to have restart as a trigger. And end is a trigger. Okay. Yeah. Restart or reset? I think let's go with restart for right now. End puts us into a state where, right, we're not running, the game is over. Restart closes and reopens. End just says stop. The game's over, no more guesses, nothing, and we're turning it off. Open says we're starting to take, like, suspend. Maybe. Let's start putting some configuration to this, and we can come back and think think about it a little bit. All right, so this then is going to be guess trigger. All right, so then we can say, if I'm understanding this right, guess state machine equals new state machine. Right? That's how... And then it's... Oh, boy. Initial state. The initial state. Okay. So we're going to have a private static guest game state called state. So then the initial state, right? What program am I coding? We are. This is I called this Pixel Bot. It's a simple, it was intended to be a simple bot for Quiltoni to manage her in-stream currency called pixels. Did she sneak in here? But you know who is hanging out here? I see FK hanging out there in the list. Nope. Okay. All right. So if I'm following this right, I don't get that. What is that? Initial state, firing mode, state mutator, state accessor. Okay. So the initial state is going to be not started. Right? Yeah, so the accessor is state. And then the state mutator, that's what this is doing. So the state mutator is state equals S. All right. So I have that. So I've defined, here's what it is. Yeah, keep it simple. Yeah. Just go for not started. Right. Okay. So now I have the state is being saved over here in this state. Oh, what problem am I coding it? This is Visual Studio 2019. This is the Preview 4 version of it. It's free for folks to download and try. There is a final release of Visual Studio 2019 scheduled in the next month or so. April 2nd, we'll be hosting a release event. You'll be able to watch and learn more about all the new stuff. RC.1 is available now. Fantastic. That's great to hear. All right, so the state machine is created. So now trigger parameters and then configure the various states. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so the parameter, so set trigger parameter, set volume, is that a method? Set volume, there it is. All right, so it's taking a method for these. So I want to, how do I do this? I've got to wire up so that when the command comes in, it detects what the secondary command is and then executes the appropriate state machine bit. We decided to shift a little bit here, Smab, because we've moved over to, we've realized there's too many ifs and thens, and we're shifting into a state machine model here. Yeah, so let's, all right, so when we're in, let's configure what you can do in each one of the states. So configure, and then we're going to specify a state. So when we're in not started state, right? I wanted to say like permit if, and now see I've got these filtering capabilities. Those are the allowed outgoing arrows of a state. Okay. Oh boy. No. I think, do we need a trigger that says, oh, see, I don't know how to do this. Well, when we're not started, right, I need it. So look, guess trigger, guess game state. Okay. So the guess trigger is going to be open. Okay. And that'll set the game state to open taking guesses. But I want to send a message when that happens. So when it comes into that, we're going to say on entry from, then we're going to do a thing. But I need to have the chat service in order to do that. Yeah, we're way deep into something that I don't know about, and I'm stumbling around here, and I worry that we're not setting. Okay. So then, all right. If I move in, we'll figure out help in a minute. Let's finish this. Configure guess game state, open taking guesses. And then there was an like on entry, right? An entry action. We would want to announce that we're now taking guesses. But it's not just on entry, it's on entry from. Okay, so that's a method that's being passed in. Can I say on entry from an estate? Guess game state. On entry from, trigger, entry action, and a bunch of overloads. Trigger. Holy crow, how do you read that? That's confusing as all get out. No. The trigger by which the state must be entered in order for the action. I don't have a trigger defined yet. Does it matter where from? It does, so I can say reopened or opened. To make it easier, let's just say on entry, but I still need to be able to get my chat service. We're in the middle of executing. Right? I need to know when I'm changing state. Right? So the execute is going to detect a command coming through. I hear what you're saying about do the diagram first. I want to understand how the library works and be able to build that first action working properly. Digital Drummer J, thanks so much for the subscription. I appreciate that. This bot is not public. I haven't made it public yet. There's a couple of keys lingering in the code that I need to remove. But thanks so much for the subscription. Just like all of our cheers, all of our subs, I'll make a donation to Black Girls Code this quarter. Yeah, so on entry, I want to do, right, I want to, I don't know, I want to, right, I want to announce taking guesses, right? That's some sort of an action. And then a description. Announcing taking guesses. Announcing game is starting and taking guesses. And this doesn't exist yet, so let's create that. Okay, so there's a private static method that I'll put somewhere down here. Okay, now how do I trigger because I received a command that says, okay, go open. How do I actually trigger that? You've used this lib in C# and in Delphi before. Delphi. So, okay, if I'm understanding this right, we have a trigger method called, in this case, set volume trigger. Machine set trigger parameters, trigger.set volume. Okay. So configure when we get into this state, on entry call this, on exit call that. Okay. On entry call this for open taking guesses. So I guess we also want on exit announce no, I don't want to announce here. I need to set a parameter though on that, don't I? But where does that go? Set volume trigger. Where is that? State machine, state trigger. Oh, dear Lord. And so that it can pass in here. All right, hang on a second. This is all right. I understand it's doing its configuring here. I'm trying to think. Let me get my first task running properly. It is. I'm trying to mirror up to the volume here. Do the same thing. Internal transition. So I'm looking for trigger.set volume. And I don't see that here anywhere. Right? Internal transition, set volume trigger. So this is this up here. Okay, so then it's calling on set volume. That kind of makes sense to me. Right, on set volume. I don't see set volume. I only see on set volume. Okay, so I guess this is being called externally and saying fire that trigger with this parameter. Okay. Yeah, let's start over. All right, I feel like this needs to have an iChat service. Yeah.
This.
Thank you, James. I appreciate that cheer. Today's the 5th. Thank you very much for that kind cheer. I'm trying to do too much at once. No, I don't think so. I'm trying to set the state. I'm trying to understand using the state machine. I want to set the first state. Let's cross the go from game hasn't started to taking guesses. Change one state. Trigger a change in state, send an announcement to the chat room. Stop there. Too many _s in there? No, actually, I'm in the middle of changing this. Too many underscores. Nah. In general, nah, we like that. What's the deal with nights when we raid Fierce Kittens? No, we're okay. We're okay. We're learning here. We're looking at this. Why are you saying go look at Program CS? Right. Okay, so this is calling methods directly on the phone call object. In the phone call object, right, the phone call has a state. And it starts off hook. When it's created, so we have a new phone call, we create a state machine, and we set the state, we point to the state property here, state field, is where we're managing this. Fine. It's calling all these methods from outside to do all these different things. And it's not checking whether it's permitted or not. So what I'm looking at here is, right? So we're going to, when we're in not started mode, which is the way we are when we start, we're going to permit changing the state to open and open taking guesses. And we're going to set the state to open taking guesses. When we change the state, I'm seeing, right, we're firing a trigger here, something like this. Am I right? Right, the state machine is going to check and throw an appropriate message, I'm guessing, out if you're trying to do something that isn't permitted. And I'm guessing, right, there's something here that says, no, there isn't. Right, is there some kind of on error? Right, some kind of exception. There's ignore if, permit if, state, substate of, no. Right, I want to be able to throw a message appropriately if someone's trying to do something that they're not permitted. Yes, Michael Jolly and Auth Zero Bobby, we're going to get scheduled on stream here with us. So, all right. We'll figure that out later. I don't know, and I don't see any documentation on how to flip that because the wiki's empty. All right, so we're going to permit. So this tells me then I need to create it. No. I'm not understanding the difference between a trigger and why I need to create a trigger parameter like this. Right, set volume. I need to have that parameter. I need to be able to pass in the state, the information about the chat service. A trigger is the arrow between states. Yeah, you're talking UML. I'm not looking at UML. Right, what I'm thinking, if I'm hearing you correctly, I should have a switch here that says switch command arguments as list 0. And I should have something down here, private static void help, and this is going to do something, and I don't know what. That was interesting. If command arguments as list count equals 0, help. Right, and then I'm going to do to lower invariant, because people like to, for some reason, do any on this. Use .any. Why use .any? Now I'm using link if I do that. And I've always told that link is not as performant on that. Make sure the kids hit the sack on time tonight. Catch you later. All right. Take care, fierce kittens. Have a good one. There she goes. All day Link. Whatever. Is it Link? Yes, it is. Yeah, people do yell at me for doing that. Okay, so if the command is open, right? I don't want that. Right? Then I'm going to call announce taking guesses. No. I'm going to call game state machine not activate. I'm not firing a trigger. Well, no, I am. Right? Fire guess trigger open. Okay. So that'll fire the open trigger, which will call this. If collection is large, count has to do a lot of work, but any can stop after one hit. Oh, okay. I can live with that. That makes sense to me. All right, so now I'm calling. So I'm firing open, but I'm firing this. I need to pass along my information about the service. Trigger with parameters. All right. So in the case of set volume, so if they called set volume, which was here, it's firing that trigger and passing the volume. Okay. What did Codeman Code say? The missing link? Why pass the Twitch service? Because these are statics. And that's an instance. Which sound effect should I put for the missing link? Link? Link?
You keep using the word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
I don't. The bad joke effect? There you go. So that's why I want to pass the Twitch service around, because these are statics that it's calling on entry of those things. And they're statics because we're configuring this in the static up here so that it's just available to us. Yeah, but oh, yes it does. Yes it does. If it isn't, then every time somebody executes a command, it's going to be created from scratch each time. And the state of the game is across all the commands that people are executing. So do I pull the game out as a separate object? Then inject a singleton. Now you're getting architecture, a little architecture nutty here. I think we pull the game out as a separate object. We manage the game object as a singleton. And the command acts on the game object. Yeah, then the game should be its own object. So then we can isolate it in one place. And then the guest command acts on the game and checks the state from the game. Yeah. there's a buzz in the back of my head saying we're over-architecting. Let me pull this out and promote it. Hey, Fooly Boy, welcome. No, wait, why didn't it like... Yeah, that's fine. Man. Yeah. Yeah, let me pull these over here. Not that one. So then they're not static. And then let me pull the guest trigger. There we go. Okay. And then I can set up the constructor now. And now I can make this. Why not body type? Huh? Are we going microservices next? No, we're going to do blockchain next. You can do the if statements as well if you want. I don't want to force you in a direction you don't feel. Oh, I'm very uncomfortable. Oh, I've been very uncomfortable. I think that was obvious once we got down into this. Right. If I move these out, and and even then, I feel dirty putting this all in a constructor. I feel like these should be in a configure state machine method. Take that off of that. Okay, now I'm going to get some of these methods lining up for me. All right, that's broken. That's fine. Don't have those here anymore. So now when the command is executed, I can receive the guest game. The game equals game. And now I can inspect that. And do things appropriately down here, but we need to set up the game. I need to put that into startup as a singleton. So there's where it's registering all of those. Add singleton. This is going to be guess game. There we go. All right. So I have my singleton. Hey, Rambling Geek. All right. So now over here, I'm configuring the state machine. So announce on entry of announce taking guesses. Announcing game is starting. On entry, call announce taking guesses. Yes, generate that method. Now that method, I need it to take an iChat service, which is going to be Twitch, so that I can do what was in the old command here. Right? That's what I want to be able to do. But I can't just execute this. So I need to, right, on entry of this, I need to execute that. So I need to pass, right? I need to... No. Right, so here's the trigger. On entry from that, here's the trigger we need to call. Okay. So I need to create a... Sure I do. How am I going to get the chat service? How am I going to get the chat service so I can interact with Twitch? Right? So this is... right, this is going to be the trigger for open taking guesses. Open trigger equals... And it's called a... Right? Set trigger parameters. And I'm receiving an iChat service. What? Guest trigger dot open. So we need to create one of these. All right. So now on entry from, so that's a trigger with parameters. Oh, man. Can the guest game constructor inject the chat service instead? Inject the chat service into what? No. Because the chat service is is a specific state instance. No. No, no. It's specific to the interaction. Where does callee come from? That's not a thing here somewhere. Yeah. That we're going to pass that transient object through. We're going to do our thing with it and release it. Otherwise you end up with a memory leak. Yeah. Yep, they live forever. Oh man, this doesn't make sense to me. Set right. If I say open trigger, right, the action to execute, I guess that works. Right? It's looking for... It's just an action. It's not passing anything in. Where is it? Yeah, where am I passing into that then? Let me go over to the command and let's try this again. So if command, so we need to have some, the game help, right? We need to have some help method over there that'll behave appropriately. All right. When open is called, we'll call the game dot open. And it's not just open, we're going to call open and we'll pass in Twitch. So we'll generate some method over there called that and jump over. There it is. Oh man. Okay, so open. Do I say game state machine? No. Fire. Or can I say fire with parameter? No. guest trigger open. And then I can pass arguments. Okay, so I pass that. No. A trigger with parameters. Okay. That? That feels weird. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I've spent an hour here and I've written 10 lines of code. So, okay. We're going to configure open taking guesses. That's a state. On entry from open trigger. Open trigger happens when we call open and we pass in an iChat service. So we're firing this. Does it know that parameter? No, it doesn't. The fire is in a, well, it's in an internal method. Close enough. The service is a parameter that's coming in. Do I call fire on that, or do I call fire on set volume trigger? Okay. And then the parameter that we're passing. Okay. I feel like we're going to have everything is passing that parameter in. But I also need to pass in information about the user who's making that, because not everybody can fire the open trigger. So now we also need to go back off and we need to spelunk into how do we know we have permission? How do we set permissions on these? And I'm not. You do that in guard clauses. Yeah. Permit if. So if I change that to permit if, I need a guest trigger, guest game state, and then the guard arguments. Now, on entry from here, no. Yeah, we've completely derailed, and I've lost all momentum here. This is something that I would rather have learned ahead of time instead of trying to go down and learn here. And this has a little bit more of a learning curve than I would have expected, that I would have hoped for. And the lack of documentation here. It's expecting me to know how these things work coming into this. And I don't know how this works. And it's something I should have spent time learning up front before getting in and attempting to live code here. Yeah. Sure, you're welcome to put together whatever you'd like on another stream. This is not something that it's not something I should have gone down. I've taken on a little bit too much that I didn't know and expected to try and figure out. And while I could run through this and learn this and understand exactly how to apply it, it's too much for right now. And unfortunately, I'm about out of time. I understand state machines can be tricky. Oh, trust me. As I was building out all of these if statements, I was getting worried that the complexity is going up here. Complexity is going up astronomically as I started adding more of these things. And it is just crazy how these are structured. And honestly, I wanted to turn some of these into methods so that it was clear. Here's where you're going to go figure this next thing out. And to more clearly define the routes around this. And it really needs a document. To a graph to show the ins and outs of this, because it is a heck of a lot that we're trying to negotiate and wander around here. The code is on GitHub. It's currently marked private. I need to clean it up before I can make it public. There's a couple of access keys embedded in here. So, state machines can be tricky. That's why Canada has provinces. Oh, Hugo. Oh. Yeah, these if statements got out of control quickly. Right? Like this. That should turn into a method here.
Hugo, just huge claps for that dad joke.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you. And I'm not saying that the state machine is a wrong approach. I'm saying that I shouldn't have gotten into it without reading it and learning it first. I think this could be simplified. I think these could have been turned into extension methods to dramatically simplify some of these interactions. Because, dear Lord, as is, I tried to break this out into 3 separate methods for the 3 states and what you're actually doing. I had the 3 states. I need to actually break out the individual methods for the different actions. So yeah, you're welcome to take a shot at it. I can. iChat service is my own. This is my own interface that has a broadcast message command. Not really a due date, no. She's trying to. The next time she's going to run this game is over the weekend, I believe Sunday morning. So, hey, Nightshade dude, good to see you. It's tricky when about 75% of your stream and you go, heck, what am I doing? Yeah, exactly. I got a punt. It's there's too much that I'm just staring at and going, I don't understand what's going on here. I get trying to make this simple, right? I get wanting to be able to say these are the different commands, right? Reopen, right? And be able to say the game dot open Twitch, right? And what other commands can we say? Right? If there aren't any commands, then throw help, right? The game.help. And the thing is, right, it's not going to be just Twitch that we're passing in. We also need to pass in who the user is, right? And right, so that's going to be like command dot chat message user type, right? We need to make sure that that is passed in so that we can guard appropriately. Right, and depending on who you are, you're going to get different commands on help. So, if I try to cram a huge surface area into my head on stream, it doesn't work for me. Yeah, you're right. Why didn't it like that? Yeah, add that parameter. I didn't want to hit F11. Nope, of course it didn't work. Right, so, but then there's, the default is going to be something like the game.guess command, chat message, because we're going to want to pivot appropriately. Right? What isn't it like that? Because I don't have a final break. Yeah, I've restarted the bot a couple times and it's forgotten the project. So we're just trying to write this. It's supposed to be a simple. How quickly can something be done guessing game? Right? You're guessing a stopwatch value, effectively. So open, reopen. I also, right, there's a close action that's going to happen in here somewhere. Right. User type, and then information about Twitch. That doesn't exist yet, so we need to create that. Right, there's the mine command, and it's report my time, and I just want to well, I need to pass in who's requesting that, so that's chat message dot username, and then Twitch. Right, and it'll do something to report my time. What else? What were the other commands? I think those are the big ones. So guess when it's closed should report a winner. So I get how that works, and I think we're close. So I'm going to let's check out onto another branch, and let's call this Spike State Machine. Oh, not check out. All right. And now I will commit that. Starting a state machine to manage the game. Yep. So I'd like to spend a little bit more time reading about the state machine and going after this, because this looks a heck of a lot simpler, but I need to understand how to structure the state machine and throw messages appropriately that we want to send back as error messages to folks that aren't supposed to be able to access things, or folks that enter times incorrectly. So I'm learning something here. I definitely feel it. But I think we're not quite where I'd like to be comfortable to finish this. I'll share some code with you, Brave Cobra. Let's connect afterwards over on Discord. I'm going to set up a raid. I promised I was going to do this. We're going to raid Fierce Kittens. If you want to hang out, if you want to see Fierce Kittens and all the fun and chaos that's going to happen over there, she's sewing. I'm not exactly sure what she's making tonight, but let's let her know that we're coming. There's a new raid command available. There it is. If you're a subscriber, copy that first command where it says, and yeah, it ignored the /ends. Rats. And be ready when we get over there into her channel. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. I won't be back again until Sunday. I have a conference that I'll be at on Thursday and Friday, but I'll see you on Sunday, and we'll be writing some more code then. Alrighty. Take care, everybody. It was great to spend some time with you this evening, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Say hi to Fierce Kittens for me.